Great. How
We
are
have
you
a
doing?
quorum, but just,
You hanging? Okay. Well, look, it's good to be hanging.
We got a quorum.
we have a quorum.
How are you tonight?
Miss
I'm great.
Angela, you
How are
wanna
you?
take the floor?
You didn't call me.
I got this. I'm not anybody.
I have full confidence in you.
I mean, but you know, if our chair and vice chair are not here, what's the order of succession?
Just appoint someone to serve as chairman at our, for this
Oh.
meeting.
Okay,
Angela.
go ahead. I mean, is that a vote thing, or we just?
I vote yes.
This is Miss Patricia right here. Hold on, let me see.
On the
Hello? whatever. What can you do? You know? Well, we'll let you catch your breath and then go ahead and get the party.
Oh, that's right,
started.
that's right.
Good evening. I apologize for being late, but I have a slight error. So we're going to get the meeting started, call to order. If anyone needs to sign in that's going to speak tonight, you have to be signed in at the back. Please silence your phones, and we'll start with, we'll start with B, left from the table, election board appeals. That's what we're going to start with, our public hearing.
Well, what we're gonna, if you all don't mind, we're gonna start with elections.
Okay.
For you all to elect your new chairperson and vice chairperson.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And we can, because we're only missing Robert. Is he good? Has anybody-
We have a quorum, so you
Okay.
all
We
can,
do what we need to do.
you all can go ahead and do the
And then do we
elections.
need to make a motion
Yeah,
to
we
lift
need
this from the
to.
table?
Yes.
Need a
Okay.
motion to lift it
Okay.
from the table.
I make a motion we lift from the table.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Ah,
All right. We'll lift from the table, election board appeals chairperson. Do we have any nominees? Anybody in favor?
we do chairperson first, or
Yes.
vice chair? Is there a
Whatever you
order?
choose.
Okay.
We'll do the chairman first. Any nominees? Election board, volunteers.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Robert Hardwick.
Doug Hartman.
Doug Hardwick. Did I give you a new name?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Doug Hardwick as chairman of the appeals board.
Okay. All in favor? Do we have
Is there
a
a
Whoa,
second?
whoa,
Need a
second?
second.
I'll
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Are there any other nominations?
Okay.
Any other nomination? He
Are
won't.
there any, were there any other nominations?
Are there?
No.
No, okay. All right, just checking.
Okay, next we'll have chairperson, election board vice chairperson.
I'd like to nominate Ms. Patricia McCord as vice chairperson.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? Look,
Are
we
there any
have
other nominations?
Oh, are there any other nominations? No.
Any other nomination? Okay. Well, I guess Patricia was vice president. Chairman again.
All right.
Okay, all in favor
Aye.
of me being it? Thank you. Seth.
From here,
Thank you.
Ms. McCord, from here, Mr. Hardwick can go ahead and take over as chair.
Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations and welcome.
Congratulations.
Welcome, welcome.
Newton, do they have to make a motion to close the election?
No.
Well, thank you.
The chairman.
Appreciate the vote of confidence there. Since we only have one application here, I don't guess it's any use to put put all the particulars out as far as decorum goes. So we'll go right into our first application here. And it's application 23-19V, Jacob A. Guild, owner, 106 Mace Street, approximately 0.18 acres, located in land lot 125 of 3rd Land District. The applicant is requesting approval to reduce side setbacks from 13 feet to 8.5. This property is currently zoned R1, single-family residential, low density. Are you Mr. Gould?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We would entertain you stepping up and tell us about your application, if you would, please.
Yes, sir. So,
If you would go to the podium and.
And when
Mr.
you
Gill, we
step
need-
up, for the record, please, if you would state your name and address.
yes, sir. Jacob Guild, owner of 106 May Street. So currently, it is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath home. Residing in it is me, my wife, and our son. We are expecting a baby boy in December.
Congrats.
And thank you, and looking to add on another bedroom to the home.
Okay. Okay, any questions that we might have from the applicant, from the staff? I mean, from the board?
Not at this
No,
time.
not at this time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we will entertain recommendations from staff.
Yes, again, the applicant is Jacob Guild. Address is 106 May Street. Under section 411.A1-8, there's a criteria in which we have to follow as staff, and for you to make your determination in terms of whether or not this particular request is should be granted a variance. And so I'm gonna read the criteria as it's listed here. There are extraordinary and exceptional conditions pertaining to the particular parcel because of its size, shape, location, and topography. The answer to that is no, based on our research. The application of this ordinance to the particular parcel would create a practical difficulty or unnecessary hardship on the property owners. No, granting the variance would relieve the owner from the current hardship. No, such conditions are peculiar and unique to the particular parcel. The answer to that is no, although there are other parcels in that area that could benefit from a variance in the future as the lots are small and narrow. A literal interpretation of this ordinance would deprive the applicant of any right that others owning property within the same zoning classification are allowed. The answer to that is no. The variance, if granted, shall not go beyond the minimum necessary to afford and does not constitute a grant of special privilege inconsistent with the limitations upon other properties within the same zoning classification. Staff deemed that as no. The variance may be granted with such conditions imposed as may be necessary to protect the health, safety, welfare, and general value of the property in the general neighborhood. The answer given was no. Granting the variance would not have adverse impacts to the health, safety, welfare, and general value of the surrounding area. Last but not least, granting the variance shall not be based on consideration of any existing non-conforming uses or on nearby parcels and no permitted use of any parcel in any other zoning classification. The answer to that would be granting the variance would not have any impact on any existing non-conforming use or zoning classification of nearby parcels. And as the applicant just mentioned earlier, he's requesting this variance in order to add an extra room for his growing family. Final staff recommendation is for approval to reduce the side yard setback from 13 feet to 8.5 feet.
Okay, thank you. Any questions that any of the board might have of staff concerning application 23-19?
Very concise report, so no questions at this time.
Okay, then I'll entertain a motion concerning.
I'll motion that we approve application 23-19V.
I
Okay.
second that motion.
Okay, we do have a second. Any discussion?
No.
No.
Okay, all hearts will. Okay, then I'll entertain a vote. The motion is for approval of application 23-19V. All in favor of that motion, would you raise your right hand, please? It does carry 4-0. Mr. Gall, it has been approved that your setback has been reduced from 13 feet to 8.5.
Thank you.
And you should be able to get a building permit accordingly.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do I get that here in the annex or is it?
No, you will go to,
You'll go to Community Development
yeah.
Department.
In this building?
In this building, that'll be on the second floor.
It's also done online at spaldingcounty.com, and you can do it online as well.
I appreciate that.
Mhm.
If you have any additional questions, just contact us at the Community Development Department.
Am I good?
You're good.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. The next item is to lift for the table, approval of the minutes from the November 10th,
I make a motion.
2022, raised from the table.
I make a motion that we lift from the table
Okay, do I have a second?
said minutes.
Second.
All right, all approved? Okay, I will entertain a vote on that, approval of those minutes, but I will need to recuse myself because I was not present at that meeting.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, and 3 should be a quorum, is that not correct? 3
but
or 5?
he may recuse.
Three,
Three
we still do it with three.
Three,
Yeah,
three
three's a
is
quorum.
still 3 should still be a
So
quorum.
Adam, you're good with,
I did actually go back today and review those meetings, so I feel
You okay with
comfortable.
voting?
I feel
Okay.
comfortable
All right.
voting on that.
well, I move approval of the minutes from November 10th, 2022, February the 9th, 2023, and March 8th, 2023.
Okay, now, I was at the March 8th meeting. I wonder, do we need to split those?
We
Well,
we have a
it's fine.
quorum with 3, we can vote them all together, right? Unless you just want to be on the record as voting.
I don't know what,
Well, I can amend my motion and start out with moving for approval of the minutes on November 10th, 2023.
okay, the amendment's been changed. How about the second? Will the second accept that? It's just being on the November 10th meeting only. Okay, then I will entertain a vote on that. Any discussion?
No.
No.
Okay, all in favor of approval of those minutes, would you raise your right hand, please? Okay, that went 3-0, and I did recuse myself from that one. Now I will entertain a motion to raise from the table the minutes from the March 8th meeting.
Well, we raised them all, so I guess we
Okay.
just need to vote
All right.
on approval. And I move approval of February the 9th, 2023, and March 8th, 2023 meetings
Okay,
of those minutes.
any second?
I second.
Okay, we have a second on that. All in favor of approval for that, would you raise your right hand, please? Okay, it has been approved also. We need to now consider the approval of minutes from our last month's meeting of February 13th. I will entertain a motion for, to accept those.
I'll make a motion with the corrections, July 13th, 2023 meeting minutes, but I will make a motion.
No, I second.
Okay, have a motion second, any discussion?
No.
Okay, then I will entertain a vote. All in favor of accepting the minutes from the July 13th meeting, would you signify by raising your right hand? Okay. It is approved. Now we'll entertain a report from the director. Are you going to do that?
Well, how are y'all doing this evening?
We are wonderful. How are
Good.
you today?
I'm doing great, doing great. Congratulations to new positions. And I also want to mention that we'll be planning a workshop for all of the boards, for Board of Commissioners, Planning Commission, and Board of Appeals for Planning 101 or Zoning 101. We want to make sure that we give you all the resources needed to make good decisions. And so we'll keep you abreast with dates and what have you. It'll be between now and December.
Oh, okay.
So we'll let you know. I also want to encourage each and every one of you to stop by community development. My office is always open. If you have any questions, any concerns, comments, you just want to know a little bit more about what's going on in the community, doors are always open.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, our next item on the agenda is board member comments. Do I have any comments between board members?
No.
I do have one thing I would like to say.
Okay.
As most of you know, I was on this board for 12 years, of which I chaired 5. And if it's one thing that I would like to see on this board is absolute consistency. we at no time do want to have anyone out there to come up and say, okay, you gave it to so-and-so, why can't I get it? Always think ahead a little bit, just enough to make sure that we are consistent in whatever move we make, okay? I could give you some instances of what I'm talking about from years ago that kept coming up month after month, the same thing over and over. You do not want to get in a situation like that where what you do is questioned. We want to have a board that's above reproach. I hope the attendance gets better. We'll
Well, we don't
Hopefully.
normally see anybody until the sign is on their street or in their neighborhood. And that's when we, that's when we'll, either for or against, that's when it's normally it's against, that's when it gets a little lively.
Right.
I get nervous when there's a room full. It's like, somebody is not happy. Happy people don't usually show up at the meeting, they stay home, usually.
Well, I will probably be one that would be very, in other words, if I catch someone up there more or less trying to get the audience all riled up, now I will have problems with that, and I will call somebody down for that
Yeah.
very quickly. Anybody that stands up there, their comments should be to the board, and if they start looking at the audience and trying to get them cranked up, I will tell them, you either do that or your time is up.
Yeah, well, you have the power of the
I
gavel.
will do that.
You do. What is it, 2 minutes, I guess? We can limit them?
It's 2 minutes, but as you all get more popular, there are some decorum-related rules that you can read beforehand when we're going
Okay.
into public comments, what have you. So we'll make sure to equip you with that.
Please do. I do have a copy of some of the Robert's Rules of Order here, which we do not, I know we do not have to adhere to that strictly, but as a backup, we can fall back on that.
Blame it on Robert.
Right. We can, we do have that cushion, so, and I will use that. And as far as, I understand one time last year or the year before that somebody called the board a bunch of dummies or something, whatever.
Morons.
Moron,
It
well, I'll
was
tell you what.
As she left the room.
That person, if does that, if I'm here, will be escorted out. It is over at that point.
Yeah,
because-
called us a bunch of morons and left
Well-
out of the room.
Well, she would have,
And did. Were you here that night?
me? No, I just heard about it.
Oh, okay.
But I said, I don't think that's gonna happen too much for me.
Yeah. But she kind of
I
snuck
would-
it in on the way out the door, so it was kind of stand up, say what she wanted to say, and then ran out. That kind of thing. She didn't come up to the podium and say it, but, she let her displeasure be known as she exited.
And I think I know who that was, but I'm not sure.
You may. You might.
Yeah.
Y'all could be neighbors or something, maybe.
Well, if I'm neighbors with that particular one, I will take a hard line on that, so you can
And
pretty much
you
count
might
on it.
diffuse some of that, when they see that their neighbor is up here, that may keep them
Well-
from acting like that, because, I know we saw them a lot dealing with some, closing in of decks and buildings and overhangs and stuff
Right.
like that. They were not pleased.
We're glad to have you, Mr. Chairman.
Well,
We look forward
thank
to
you.
that
I
hard
hope
line in the sand.
I hope it turns out to be a good vote.
It will be, it will
So,
be.
But I appreciate the confidence. And also for you on the vice chairmanship also, Patricia. So
Congratulations.
we look forward to working together. I'm really looking forward to the training session with you, getting more acquainted with that. Because the more we know as far as the way the county needs to go and that vision, if you will. We can now, not that we're gonna vote, and I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not gonna vote with you all the time, because I feel like this is, we're here for a reason.
Yes, you are.
So,
Yes, you are.
but I would like to know what the vision is and the reason for this, that, and the other, and then we can vote accordingly to that. And, you know, I might disagree sometime, but I will never try to destroy the essence of the ordinance. That's something that we cannot do here. And I hope we never do that. We might change a little bit of thing, but to actually throw it out the window, we cannot do that, and I don't expect to do that.
Yes, sir.
Because we're all taxpayers and we need all the help we can get. So, okay, that's all I have. Anything else?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Make
I
a motion.
second.
Second, all in favor? We are adjourned. Thank you.
6:31.
We will
Good
see
job.
you next month, I guess.